And another thing that's really interesting that you said earlier that I really liked is where's the set out? Well, yeah, there is a tendency right now in collegiate wrestling, or maybe even it'll go down into high school, where people are picking up ankles and going to the knees and getting that riding time. It might be something to do with the riding time in overtime, just to know how to win and get through that 30-second period. But I think it's also just a tendency for getting takedowns too, ankles and knees. And because of that, you know, you got to learn moves where you're in better control of your feet. When you're moving forward on the bottom, you don't have any control of your feet, or very little. There's some moves that actually a lot of Eastern people do, and it actually even comes from one of your, I think, former head coach out at Virginia Tech. For example, Kevin Dresser, you pick up his ankle, he's going to roll you from there. He's going to use that ankle as a roll, and a lot of people can do that well, but if you don't get it, you're going to end up probably in a guy with a leg tackle on you, and now he's going to work up, he's going to waste a lot of time. There's nothing back, and I think I went earlier and talked about zero weight. So when you're in the bottom, if you get back pressure off the whistle, get the weight going off of you, there's a fraction of a second there where you can do a move without no weight on you. And that's what I think you're talking about, like a set out. You don't think you're talking about a set out where you're setting out, putting your feet out in front of you. You're actually coming back into him, keeping the weight off. Now your feet are actually pushing back over top of him. Now you can do some moves. Get good hand control, because we're not getting any hand control on the bottom by going forward when the guys are riding the ankles and knees. So, you know, that's all a part of getting better. Now you can say, well, that's just folk style. Not necessarily, because a lot has to do with takedowns and counters too as well.